Sophia, do you ever notice how mornings in the park always have this special kind of energy?
Absolutely. The cool air, the chirping birds, it feels like the world slows down just enough for us to catch our breath.
I think a morning in the park is like a free cup of coffee. No need to pay. Just gotta wake up early.
Well said. But I notice so many people miss out on this natural coffee. They sleep in or get lost in their phones.
Speaking of phones, I tried going without mine for a whole day yesterday.
Really? That's a miracle. How'd it go?
It felt like I stepped into the Stone Age. No phone, no internet, just my neighbor's old newspaper.
And you survived?
Survived, and it felt kind of refreshing. I had time to clean my room, read a book, and even water my plants.
See, sometimes we forget how joyful simple things can be, like watering plants, listening to music, or watching clouds drift by.
You're always so philosophical. But you're right. Yesterday I stared at the clouds and spotted one that looked exactly like a steamed bun.
You never miss a chance to think about food, do you?
Of course not. Hey, Sophia, do you have any little daily habits you can't live without?
Probably drinking a glass of warm water every morning. It makes me feel like I'm starting the day fresh and clean.
Wow, that's wholesome. For me, it's gotta be eating something sweet in the morning. Otherwise, my brain just won't cooperate.
Sweets for breakfast? Sounds a bit risky for the waistline.
You can exercise off a waistline, but a bad mood, that's way harder to fix.
Classic David logic. But it makes sense.
Look at those fish, swimming so carefree. I wish I could be that simple.
But fish have their own worries. They don't know when someone's going to cast a fishing line.
Huh, you're right. You always have such unexpected perspectives, Sophia.
It's simple. Everyday life is like this park. It looks peaceful, but inside, everyone's fighting their own battles.
That's why mornings like this are so important. They remind us we can still enjoy the moment, no matter what.
Exactly. Don't you see? Everyone in this park has their own story.
Yeah, true. Like that old man over there, I see him walking around the lake every day, regular as clockwork.
Maybe it's his way of staying healthy, or perhaps walking helps him think through family or work stuff.
Or maybe he's secretly training to become a marathon runner at 70?
David, you always come up with the wildest scenarios.
That's me. But honestly, I love imagining strangers' lives. You see someone and wonder, what's their story?
I do that too. Sometimes I learn something from them. Like that old man, his daily persistence reminds me that small, repeated habits matter more than grand gestures.
Brilliant philosophy. You're like the park professor.
Professor's a bit much, but this park really is a strange kind of classroom.
Look at that little girl wobbling on her bike. Do you remember your first time riding a bicycle?
Oh yes, I fell so many times my knees were covered in scrapes. But that feeling of finally pedaling a full circle, with the wind in my face, unforgettable.
Exactly. That moment when you feel like you've conquered yourself. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is you finally ride.
Learning to ride a bike is a lot like life. You start off wobbly, you fall hard, but if you keep at it, one day you're cruising smoothly.
Right. And the key is accepting that you'll fall. No one learns to ride without a few tumbles.
Yup, life's the same way. Everyone falls, it's about whether you get back up.
Conclusion. This park doesn't just teach exercise, it teaches life philosophy.
Another reason to come here more often.
Hey, Sophia. Have you ever thought, if one day we couldn't come to this park anymore, what would you miss most?
Probably. The sound of the wind through the leaves, and that peaceful feeling of sitting here watching people go by.
For me, I'd miss these chats with you.
You really know how to make someone feel special.
I didn't say someone. I said Sophia.
Oh, come on, you're joking again.
No, I'm serious. Everyday life can feel so ordinary, but sharing it with someone makes it unforgettable.
Yeah, I think so too.
Seeing those kids makes me miss school days. Ever skip class to hang out at the park?
Me? Skip class? Never, I was a good kid.
Really? I don't buy it. Everyone's had a little rebellious moment.
Nope, that's my little school secret. Not telling.
Oh, come on. Sophia has a dark secret? That's shocking.
Got to keep you curious, it's fun.
Hey, Sophia, wanna try some sweet bread? I heard it's the best seller at that stall over there.
You really can't live without sweets, can you?
Well, yeah. Life without a little sweetness would be so dull.
Fair point. But sweetness doesn't just come from pastries. It can come from a smile, a kind word, or a morning like this.
Wow, philosophy over breakfast. You're a master.
That's just me. But honestly, sometimes those little moments of spiritual sweetness last longer than a pastry.
True, but this pastry will at least stick around in my stomach for a few hours.
David, you sure know how to break a serious moment. That was a good one. Have you ever thought about learning an instrument?
Yeah, I wanted to learn guitar once, but after picking it up, my fingers hurt so much I quit.
You gave up that fast?
Well, patience isn't my thing, but maybe if I had a cool teacher like you, I'd have stuck with it.
There you go, joking again. But seriously, patience is key for instruments or anything else.
Yeah, probably. I guess I need to work on patience, not just for learning, but for everyday life too.
Exactly. Sometimes life's like a song. If you rush, you miss the important notes.
Nice one. Life's a song, and we're just clumsy musicians trying to find our own melody.
And sometimes, just sitting and listening to the park's music is enough to remind us to slow down.
Cute. Hey, Sophia, do you like having pets?
Love them. I used to have a little cat that would curl up on my books while I studied.
Probably its way of saying, stop studying, play with me.
Exactly. Animals teach us so much. They live simply, without schemes, and they know how to make us happy.
Yeah, dogs and cats don't care if you're rich or poor as long as you treat them well. They love you back.
If only humans could be that simple.
Humans are way more complicated. Sometimes I don't even understand myself.
That's why we need mornings in the park to listen to ourselves.
Spot on. And having someone to talk to helps. Time flies, doesn't it? It's almost noon already.
Yeah, time zooms by when you're having a good chat.
Maybe time's just jealous and wants to join our conversation, so it speeds up.
That makes sense. But my stomach's starting to rumble.
Whoa, elegant Sophia gets hungry too?
What's that supposed to mean? Everyone gets hungry. I just don't complain about it like you do.
Honestly, I'm hungry too. Wanna grab lunch at that place nearby?
Good idea. But what should we eat?
This park's close to that food area. They've got pho, bun, kum tam, even pizza.
Sounds like a feast. But too many options make it hard to choose.
In tough times like this, we should draw lots.
Classic David. Turning lunch into a game of chance.
Yup, life's like that. Sometimes it's fun to let luck decide.
But sometimes, making the choice yourself creates the most memorable moments.
You're right. Okay, Sophia, you pick. I'll follow.
Let's keep it simple, pho. Quick and delicious.
Perfect. Pho never lets you down.
You know, mornings like this feel like little gifts life gives us.
Yeah. And it's a shame so many people don't unwrap them. They just let them sit there unnoticed.
We're different. At least today we opened this gift.
And we unwrapped it thoroughly. sweets, music, pets, and park philosophy.
Yup, the full package.
But the best part is having someone to share it with. If I was sitting here alone, I wouldn't have said half as much.
I feel the same. The real joy isn't just the place, it's the company.
So I've got to thank you, Sophia, for turning an ordinary morning into a great memory.
No problem. But I've got to thank you too, David, for bringing silly but meaningful stories to the table.
Silly but meaningful, that's rare.
Yeah, and rare is precious.
Maybe this leaf will be the period to our morning sentence.
A period, but also the start of a new story.
And the next story is going to eat pho.
Nailed it.
Do you ever think that ordinary moments like this will turn into beautiful memories later?
Definitely. I believe happiness isn't always about big things. It's about sitting with someone, eating a pastry, listening to birds, and laughing over silly stories.
Silly but unforgettable.
So, we're building a treasure chest of silly memories.
That's a fun name for the collection.
Do you think every falling leaf has a story?
Maybe it's a reminder that everything has a beginning and an end. What matters is whether we shine in the time we have.
You know, David, I think you're the kind of person who turns every ordinary day into something special.
Now you're the one talking nonsense.
No, I mean it.